Jews around the Lowcountry are preparing for the annual celebration that recounts the story of a miracle. This year, Hanukkah begins at nightfall on December 7th and lasts for 8 nights. Here to share what this year's festivities have in store, let's welcome Rabbi Yossi Refson of Chabad of Charleston. Welcome.
Thank you.
And happy Hanukkah.
Thank you so much.
And when we're talking about a miracle, we need miracles in our lives these days. And maybe you can just share with our audience again what the miracle is that you're celebrating.
So the miracle of Hanukkah celebrates the miracle in about 165 BCE, when the land of Israel was under Greek rule and the Jews were forbidden from practicing their faith. And a small group of Maccabees were resistance fighters, and they were able to liberate themselves and liberate the temple and to allow Jews to celebrate Jewish practices once again.
Yes, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the war that's going on in Gaza and the Jewish families that are affected in Israel because of what's happening. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about how this year's Hanukkah celebration is any different or more special because of the suffering that's currently happening right now.
Absolutely. What's unique about Hanukkah is how it's celebrated publicly. Menorahs are lit by our windows or by the doors to our home and in public spaces. And this year in particular, with a tremendous rise of anti-Semitism around the world and in the United States, to be able to celebrate Hanukkah publicly. Hanukkah is a celebration of religious freedom, of religious liberty. So it's a real opportunity for the community to gather together to celebrate.
Indeed, and Charleston is known as the Holy City, and the Holy City for everyone who has adhered to a faith. And so how would you say that here in Charleston you've been received or have heard from the community in terms of the issues that we're now experiencing with anti-Semitism? Charleston
is genuinely the Holy City. Special people. The leadership of the Charleston community is wonderful, and the South Carolina community has been very, very special. And if you think about it, Hanukkah, yes, it's a Jewish celebration, but if the Maccabees on Hanukkah wouldn't have been successful and Judaism would have been wiped out or snuffed out, the other monotheistic faiths, Christianity and Islam, would have never come forth. Mm-hmm. So yes, it's a Jewish celebration, but it gives us an opportunity for the entire community to recognize how important religious freedom is.
And when you say snuff out, the big centerpiece of Hanukkah is, of course, the menorah, which stays lit for 8 straight days. And maybe you can tell our audience what the significance of that is.
So the significance of the menorah is that when they were able to recapture and rededicate the temple, one of the main important aspects of the temple was the lighting of the menorah. So to represent how the light needs to shine forth into the world from our holy spaces. And there wasn't any olive oil which was sanctified to be able to be used, and it takes 8 days for the oil to be pressed and for them to be able to get the oil. So there was a miracle which took place. They found one small cruse of olive oil, and that was able to burn for 8 days and 8 nights until they were able to replenish the oil. So it just represents the idea of miraculous things taking place in our life.
Yes, indeed, and they do happen as long as we keep our eyes open. There are miraculous things happening all around us all the time. And for many people, I think one of those miraculous moments is the fact that you do get to celebrate with your family. And this particular holiday, it's not considered one of the high holy days, and maybe you can explain why.
So it's not considered one of the holidays where we spend a lot of time in synagogue, where there's a lot of rituals around it. It's a holiday which is really the holiest of holidays, where we celebrate with our families, with our community, at home, sitting around a menorah, spinning a dreidel, eating a potato latke, or a jelly donut, or all of the Hanukkah foods. So to celebrate with our family is really the holiest of holies.
And each food that you eat has a particular significance as well. I love potato latkes myself. I love jelly donuts. I think we all do here. But also you have gelt, the coins.
That's right.
Chocolate coins. Those are for the kids.
That's right.
And the dreidel, of course. So celebration for adults, for children, and you're also going to have one for the community. And this is going to be happening where?
This is in Marion Square this coming Sunday.
Great.
From 4 to 6 p.m. and the entire community is welcome to come out and join us. The governor and the First Lady will be there. Senator Scott will be there, the Attorney General will be there, our mayor and mayor-elect will be there, and other city and state officials. So we're looking forward to welcoming everyone and to celebrating, everyone to partake in the celebration of Hanukkah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Rabbi, for sharing
Thank
with
you.
us. We're glad that you could join us. Thank you. We're back after this.